but it will probably come up on the After Dark of the draft.
Well, perfect way for it to come up on After Dark is for you to say that it's going to come up on After Dark.
So we had the soon-to-be-named network draft over the yesterday, Joe.
Right.
And I know you were riveted, getting deep in the minutia of the players. But it was fun. I had a good time. Like I said, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. But in the discourse, our little discourse, Adam put up the picture of, like, I don't know where it's from, where it got the thing. And they rated all our drafts.
Yes.
This website. And do you know who had the best draft, Joe? It was me.
Oh.
It was me. By the logistics of this website, I had the best draft. Now, will I call myself the draft prince? No. Will I call myself the draft king? No, that's just crazy. If I was going to call myself anything, it would be the draft emperor, because that's above king. But I'm not that narcissistic. So I'm just going to say I had a good draft. That's all.
And it doesn't help that, like, the little picture that he put up, like, you have to know everyone's, like, cute little names, Mm-hmm.
My football name is A. Todd's with fantasy football.
There you go. And you're representing the both of us, because I know Adam was very much against having two people in the draft who were going to be doing a bit and not taking it seriously. I'm glad he just settled on one person doing a bit and not taking it seriously.
I actually said on the show that I'm not going to make this a joke, but I'm also not going to take it seriously.
Right.
Like, I'm just going to, like, walk down the middle. And what he didn't know was that I had you and Young Ed in my earpieces. Like I say, you're my consiglieres, helping you with all my. Oh, I'm sorry. And I've already set my lineup, and I'm just going to go with it. Like, it's already done. I'm not even going to get closer. It's like, set. I've picked these players. Let's go. I don't need to be thinking about this stuff.
Listen, I'm with you. Even it's a much smaller thing, the ESPN thing. And it's funny, I remember to mention it on At Odds, but I forget to mention it on our show.
I know, we've never pushed Pigskin Pick'ems, I think, on any of our shows.
And I even put it in the notes, and I'm like, hey, don't forget to go sign up for it, like in the notes, and then I forget to mention it on the show. I have a feeling we'll mention it on the show this week.
We're going to try hard, but yeah.
But it's the pinned post. I think the season starts in like a week, if you're listening to this, right?
Yes. 2 days will be, as we record this, will be 1 week to the kickoff.
Yeah.
And then once kickoff starts, I lock the group. You know what I mean? Because then I don't want people swapping in teams, swapping out, So we'll see. It should be fun. It should be fun. We've got I think 30 or so people already.
Yeah, I was gonna say last time I looked, we had about 27 people. Idiot me. I'm like, when I'm like doing it, I'm like trying to count the things, like 1, 2, 3, 4.
It says right at the top in the group number of members. You sure are pretty supposed, though.
Well, let's not go crazy. Today was the first day that I noticed it just said the number at the top of the group.
I know, and I've noticed it before, because in past years you're like, oh, there's like this many on the first page, and I'm done counting, and there's a second page. I'm like, I'm just gonna let them count. There's a number at the top of the page, but.
I'm so stupid.
Just a little rib on you. But no, we had fun, and I forgot to push the Pigskin Pick'ems in the draft, like not during the show, but with all the hosts, because I don't know if all the hosts are in or are going to do it. I figured with fantasy, they're all going to do it. You know what I mean? So
I'll say this: if we get, I know Adam's in, I know Marcus is in, I know Tim is in, DJ, Brett.
Right, I don't mean everybody, but like I don't know what Marcus's name was off the top of my head. Was it King Marcus?
It is.
Okay, I didn't know if he was in there. I'd have to go back and look, but I recognize some of them, and then some names, like, because people use fun names. Like, I think I know who one of them is, but I never got around to asking my friend whether it's him or not. So we'll see.
So how was your weekend? How was your week? How was everything? No issues, no problems, no nothing?
No problems, no issues, no nothing. I don't know. I know you'll be shocked to hear this. It was another low-profile weekend and week.
Nice.
Didn't really do stuff, and that's kind of the way. Like, I am kind of gearing up for football season, so I'm stocking up on the snacks and whatnot. But that's about it.
Might I recommend as a kind of out there snack, a little maybe out of your normal wheelhouse, maybe something that you would look at and be like, I don't know if that's for me. We went to with that wedding that we went to last month.
In the barn with the flies?
In the barn with the flies where I got drunk. Mm-hmm. One of the snacky items that they had there, you ever see like those pretzel thins where it's just like it looks like it's a pretzel, but it's like flattened out like almost like a chip?
Right, and it's a pretzel made of pretzel stuff, right?
Yes, and I'm sure you could find these in regular pretzel thing. I haven't looked for them. But one of the varieties that they had of the pretzel chips was salt and pepper pretzels.
I thought pepper was too spicy for you, Joe.
Now listen, I got a line. Like my son gave me a sweet spicy popcorn the other day as a rib, thinking I would like sell it, but I'm like, oh, that wasn't too bad, you know? Like I could really taste the sweet, and then I feel the spicy coming in, and I don't like that, but I'm not like, you know, acted like it's the end of the world. But no, pepper's okay, you know? It's just a lot of times because I put pepper on most of the stuff that I eat, but the problem is I invariably, at least once during my meal, I get that one piece of whatever it is, like, or that one bite that has like all the pepper.
Right. I put zero pepper on all of my food.
Like, I just try to give it like a dusting of pepper. A
light sprinkling of pepper?
Yeah, like sprinkle a little pepper. No, that doesn't work.
Careful.
But I just like, you know, just a little bit like pepper on eggs, like salt and pepper on eggs, but salt and pepper pretzels. Check them out. They get my 5-star recommendation. Oh,
good. And real quick, ketchup on eggs? No,
that's bullshit.
Love ketchup on eggs.
That's bullshit.
I love an over easy egg with white toast. You obviously pop the yolk and you dip the bread in the yolk. And then when you're done with all the bread and yolk, ketchup on whatever's left. So good.
Now, I have lately, you know, I'm a big barbecue sauce guy. I put the barbecue sauce on the burger. I put the barbecue sauce on hot dogs. Now another life hack there, another food hack for you out there. Exactly. I wonder how barbecue sauce on eggs would taste.
I imagine it would taste delightful.
So the next time I have eggs, I'm going to get a little barbecue sauce and give it a donkey poo, you know?
And I know I've gotten by other people, not on here anywhere, but what's your take on ketchup on hot dogs? I've gotten buried for this.
Any condiment that you're putting on your hot dog, listen, I'm a scumbag. I'm a fat son of a bitch. I love a hot dog plain. I love the taste of a hot dog.
Right.
So whether you're putting ketchup or mustard or whatever you're putting on there, just a light coating. Like you see the people that just like
it's more topping than hot dog.
Yeah, it's like Peter North was there putting the condiments on for you, you know?
I get that reference.
There you go. And just to turn it right back around, of course, on the draft special, Todd, of course, not once, but twice, you brought up wrestling before anyone else did.
Yep, I did that just for you, Joe. I know you love when jokes are just streamlined just for one person on a podcast.
So I don't want to give it away. Go listen to the draft special. It's over on the Add-Ons Patreon. You don't need to be a patron of it, but you can only listen through whatever. It's kind of like when we put up the few extra, like just a couple pages of the previewing the past, you know, on on our Patreon. And you only have to listen to maybe the first 20 minutes of it, right? You don't have to get into the actual drafting of things. It's like, hey, do you like people saying names?
Yeah, this is the show for you.
This is the show for you. But there's one wrestling reference that Todd makes, okay, that is less of a wrestling reference, and it's more of a reference to Dave, who runs the comic shop.
Listen,
wait, before you say anything. And when you did that, okay,
right,
it went over like a lead balloon. Everybody no-sold it, except for me. I was dying laughing.
I know what it is. One, I won't say.
I don't. Hey, listen, I want to spoil it. I want people to go listen to it.
Right, I'm not going to say what it is, but I know it's the one that I wanted you to find me a GIF of.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it. I don't know how to make GIFs.
No, I'm with you, but I actually saw that. I don't remember. I don't know what year it was, but I saw that at the retailer's house.
That would have been, I think, Battle Bowl 93?
Maybe I saw that, or I might have seen that like on tape, but not long after at his house. And I will say that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Right.
When I saw that, I'm like, this isn't that great. But that made me piss my pants laughing.
Yeah.
And to this day, I still kind of use that.
Yeah.
So
but again, so
I brought it up. And
I
was
laugh.
the one the name of a mutant from the X-Men?
I don't remember what the other one was.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you off air.
But when you said that, I died laughing because I love it. And then when everybody else no-sold it, and it was like a good 4 or 5 Mississippi of dead air,
right?
I was laughing even harder.
That's what I do. I bring dead air to many, many shows.
But I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget about that because I had that in my notes. But yeah, I'm okay. Ketchup on a hot dog is fine,
Good, and I will say our good buddy DJ still gives, and he gave me a jar a few weeks ago of the relish that him and Michelle make, or just
Sure.
Michelle. I'm not sure who makes it, but somebody up there. And it's delicious. A sweet relish with a little bit of yellow mustard. Oh my God, so good. And I don't douse it. It's it's enough, and so good. So good.
So I got my Blue Beetle popcorn bucket in
its box.
Oh, and it came in a nice box too, and it wasn't sealed with tape. It was like that little flap that you could pull out,
Right.
So I went and I opened it up just to look at it. I have the lanyard in mine.
Right.
Thank you. But the way the beetle is, it's like affixed in the box almost. It's not like those stupid zip tied things in, but there's like a little cardboard tray in the bottom
that has holes for the legs to hold it.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So I didn't want to take it out, so it's staying in the box, And my kid was like, "You got that? And you're just gonna keep it in the box, huh?" And I'm pointing to the shit on my walls, and I'm like, "I keep everything in the box,
That's right. You're not a Lucy guy.
No.
So, but yeah, I was like, I actually saw Josh who sold me mine today, and I was gonna give him some of the what for, but I was like, nah, because I don't care. It's like whatever. I'm just putting mine out, and if I could find a Blue Beetle figure that I like to go with it, I'll put it up. Because I have a couple Blue Beetle figures, but I'm like you, I'm not gonna rip them open to do it. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll splurge and go after a boxed one, but I don't know. I like Todd buying things. It's getting. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm tired of collecting things.
I'm not. I have a purchase to discuss on the main show of at odds this week, and then kicking the tires on something when the pre-order goes up on Wednesday. If I need to get something that we have to have a discussion about.
Yes. And we talked about on the main show how I was going to pull a trigger on a page about something we talked about that episode, but may have been too expensive for my blood. But we'll get there.
Well, you're done with original art, right? Never again.
Never again. As a great man once said, but I changed it slightly. I'm out of the original art game.
Now, and again, if this is, you had mentioned in the Discord about, there was somebody put up about the Kevin Smith selling his original art, right?
Right. Which might have been what we talked about on the main show.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Gotcha.
See, it's difficult when we do these things,
Bits. Is that what we do? Bits, okay. But yeah, no, I get you.
All right, so you'll bring it up on the main show, or you brought it up on the main show. I don't.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, and I will have you will, and again, I pushed my luck all summer, and finally this past weekend, I came down with a case of the bloat foot. I know you've been waiting for it.
I've been dreading it, but go ahead.
Yeah. No, it sucked. I was not in a lot of pain, but it was just very uncomfortable. And it's just I felt it coming on. I felt it coming on a bunch of times over the summer, and it never hit. And again, it might have just been too much with the walking with the Pokemon the weekend before. whatever. But like Thursday night, I felt it coming on. I'm like, all right, I got to start doing my preemptive whatevers. Mm-hmm. I need to get those special socks.
Ankle Spanx?
Ankle Spanx. No. They're like special socks for people that have like leg issues or like varicose veins. I don't have varicose veins.
They're like, all joking aside, I'm calling them ankle Spanx, but aren't they called compression socks?
Yes.
That's what you're looking for.
Yes.
I saw some like Spider-Man compression socks, and I was thinking about getting them for your bloat foot.
Yeah. Well, I would just need the one because I only get the one. But, like, there's definitely, like, going to the bowling, like, Ace has started his bowling season this past weekend,
Right.
And we went bowling Thursday night, and we actually ran into your cousin there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I have a question. Is Stan training him?
No, Stan's not there on Thursdays anymore.
That's sad.
During the beginning of the summer, we would always see Stan on Thursdays.
Right.
But that league that he was in was over. Let me see when he's bowling these days.
Are you going to text him live?
I'm going to text him now. Sometimes he replies.
Tell him Todd said hi.
I will. But I see people there that bowl, right? And they have, like, just the one sock on, but it's, like, their whole leg is in it, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But, we'll yeah, you probably should try to get something like that. Maybe it would help, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a thing.
But if you wear it too tight, it might push everything more like up into your head,
Yeah, I could do that. I need a larger, more melon head.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But so, anything else with you over the past weekend?
No, that's it. Just had like went up to soon to be named Network North to watch the pay-per-view.
I was gonna send. Speaking of food, and I forgot. I was gonna send blue cheese up with you for Brett, but I know you know where he lives, and it's a blue cheese throwaway.
Yeah.
So one of these days on a Wednesday, I may give you some and have you drop it off at his home.
Cool. I will absolutely do that.
Did you guys have fun on was it Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday afternoon. It was nice,
because it was out of England or something like that.
Yeah. No Doctor Who references throughout the entire thing. I was so happy.
So sad. Come on, they could have got over with that.
Not gonna get into wrestling nonsense here, but they were just like busy. Like a lot of stuff is lining up at the end of the summer here. We had the bowling on Saturday, and we had a birthday party to go to while I was gone to wrestling. Ace had another birthday party to go to. The next week, this upcoming weekend, we have another birthday party. It's just like everybody's trying to cram everything in because none of the schools around here go back at the same time.
Right.
I'm still even though my kid just started 6th grade, and they always go back the Monday before Labor Day. I'm still so used to going back like the Tuesday after Labor Day as the first day back, Yeah,
I forget when school goes back. It's been so long since I had to deal with it.
Yeah, and there's schools around here that went back like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then my friend Tom out in Indiana, like his kids went back like the first week of August.
Yeah. I don't think around here anybody, well, at least in my city, because there's other like towns that have different like school districts, but the buses haven't started running the kids, so the school isn't in Mid Valley yet.
Yeah.
So I'll know like when I pull up, because even on my police blotter for the city that I live in, because I have it on Facebook, they'll say like sat at so and so for like the bus stop, because the one bus stop on Main Street they sit and watch because it's just like a traffic light and people blow through it. And the kids like cross there, so they always sit there to like slow speeders down. And I haven't seen them say that they've done that yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, we didn't get any of that yet either.
Do you still take your kid to the bus stop?
No, but we're too close, I guess. When they were younger and he was a little bit further away, the bus would come. But since 2nd grade, he did 2nd and 3rd at one school, and then it was supposed to be 4th and 5th at the next school, and then in between last year and this year they changed the 4th and 5th grade school to the 5th and 6th grade school.
Okay,
so he stayed in the same school for 3 years as opposed to 2 years because of the switch over there.
Right.
And those two schools for the older kids, again, second and third graders, is too close to us for the bus to come get us. So we drive him. Like, he technically could walk to school, but his mother won't allow that.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. That's all I got.
That's all I got, too. Patreon.com/longboxheroes. I'm ready and willing and able. I was going to call an audible and cancel this recording and do the Patreon show for previewing the Fast today.
Oh, well, I haven't done my peruse of the catalog yet. So,
well, I'm on my second. I'm going to do a third one before.
Oh, my God. Well, you know who's going to do the heavy lifting on this one then?
Me, as always, but...
Well, that's why you make the big bucks.
Oh, yes, always. But yeah, so Longbox Heroes, Patreon, follow us when you see us, support the show, share the show. I listen to other podcasts, and we'll end on this, and even they're confused and confounded on where you even leave reviews anymore.
Right.
Because I guess the numbers and the metrics are in, and there's like less people getting their podcast through Apple, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, than like ever before.
Right.
Because everything's so spread out, but there's no one universal catch-all like there kind of sort of was in the past. Like Apple was. Like, I guess Spotify would be the next. But even Spotify, it's not easy to leave comments on stuff because most people just do it through the app anyway. And they're streaming stuff. And, you like hearts, like you favorite stuff. And that's really about it. But I don't know. Like, give us money. And, follow us on Twitter. And give us, that sort of thing. That's the best way to support us, right?
I agree.
And I want to wrap this up so we can get to the main show, but I got a story for next. I'll save it for next week, right?
Right.
That's all. It's not a big one, but I'm going to make myself a note to remind myself. That's all.
You'll forget, but...
No, I'll remember this, maybe. Who knows? All right. Hey, everyone, thanks for listening. This was Longbox Heroes After Dark 459. And, see y'all next week.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.